Good day, my plant foldies. This is Richie of Grow Folds, and today we'll be going to a big box plant shopping at Walmart off of Preston Road in Frisco, Texas. I've been trying to get these premieres a little bit earlier, so hopefully I can get one in by 7 or 8 p.m. Thanks to everybody who has been tuning into my nightly premieres. And if you haven't already, please follow me on Instagram at Grow Folds. But this Walmart that we're about to go visit was a Walmart I visited maybe a week or two ago that had like a philodendron tortum. I'm just curious to see if they've actually gotten any more plants. I'm not 100% sure, but I like to visit big box stores like Walmart to see if they have any more, and I like giving you guys updates. So as you guys can see, their outdoor area doesn't really have a lot of plants just yet. They do have a bunch of these dormant roses on sale, so I guess this is the time to go plant roses while they're dormant. And then right over here, so I'm in the North Dallas, Texas, and now we have some hyacinths starting to sprout from their bulbs, so we'll see what that looks like. I know that hyacinths always remind me of Animal Crossing, so if you've played Animal Crossing New Horizons, you know what I'm talking about. But we're gonna just go walk in here and see what plants they have. So it looks like they just have a couple of easy care common plants. Nothing too fancy, but as you can see, this is a beautiful Calathea medallion. I do love this Calathea. I see it often. This is in a self-watering planter for $14.97. It's by it's Plants with Benefits, which is basically the name brand of Walmart, but Costa Farms actually provides these plants. I do like self-watering planters, especially for Calathea, so you're not having to like overwater or underwater. That's a really nice looking one as well. And then right over here, we have some trending tropicals. We have an Epiprenum aureum lemon meringue. I do like this pothos. This one's not bad at all. And you can see the beautiful variegation. So this is basically a sprout variegation from the original global green pothos. You can see that it has a little bit more of that aurea or yellow variegation to it. Now with this pothos, you definitely need to give it a lot of bright indirect light to get that yellow variegation to come out. And you can see there is another pothos right over here. I have a bunch of cuttings of this that a friend gave me, and it's just taking a bit to start rooting. In water, I did see some roots starting to sprout, so we'll see what that looks like in the spring when I get to plant them in soil. Right over here is a Scindapsus tribii moonlight. You know, Scindapsus tribii moonlight, if you're new to my channel, they basically are a staple in all of my videos. I always feature them because they're so easily seen now at big box stores, grocery stores, whatever stores have plants, you'll see a Scindapsus moonlight. And then this one right over here is a Monstera cobra, or what you would call a Monstera stagliana by Costa Farms. That one is for $19.98. And then we have an Aglonema Silver Bay right over here. And then we also have another Epiprenum aureum lemon meringue. So I do like this pothos. I think their variegations not as stable as you would think, because you can see that most of the green, it's mostly green, but the new growth does have some of that yellow variegation. And then we have some snake plants right over here. We have this Aglonema, though. This is an Aglonema bamboo for $14.97 in a self-watering planter. This one is also sourced from Costa Farms. So it looks like Walmart has the same type of plants and self-watering plants as Lowe's, but they call their plants Plants with Benefits. Really cool though to see that. I would definitely add that to my collection. I mean, Aglonemas are really easy, and this one's a better looking Scindapsus tribii moonlight and another Costa Farms trending tropicals. I have yet to see some more Costa Farm trending tropicals hit the market, or at least in Dallas. You know, we got most of them, but I'm still looking for that tortum again. And I did notice that other plant YouTubers have shown some different Aglonema. So I'm just curious to see what kind of trending tropicals we'll see in the spring. And then you can see that this is a Majesty Palm. This is a staple as well. You will always see a Majesty Palm. You will also see a Dracaena Fragrans Hawaii. This is a beautiful, easy to care for plant as well. It can tolerate lower light conditions, water when the soil is completely dry, and that's about it. You know, this is the thing about common plants at big box stores. They're common plants because they're easy to care for plants. Like even this one right here, I would say this is a very common philodendron. Now this is a philodendron Birkin. And then we have probably the most common or second most common Aglonema, and this is the Aglonema Red Siam. If you've watched my videos, you know that I will always show Aglonema Red Siam. I love Aglonemas. I've said it before and I will always say it. I think they are an underrated plant, and I think more plant parents should actually add that to their collection because they're very easy to care for. Unfortunately, this Walmart doesn't really have a lot of plants, but I'm going to go ahead and take my time and show you just a couple of plants that are available. You know, it's always nice to just take a look at these plants. This one is a Dieffenbachia for $9.97. Nice looking Dieffenbachia right here. Somebody said that this is a Dieffenbachia Camille. I'm just going to call it a Dieffenbachia in the subtitles. And I know in my last video, I wasn't able to get the subtitles. I know that a lot of people do like the plant IDs. They just tend to take a little bit longer, but I will definitely do that as I edit my videos to make sure I put the plant IDs. Let me know in the comments if you want me to continue to put those plant IDs because it is a little bit timely. You know, it takes a lot of time, but if it's something that you will satisfy your content, definitely let me know. And I have another Dieffenbachia right over here with a different variegation. Dieffenbachia are a little bit tricky to actually take care of. They require a lot of bright indirect light and they can be spider mite prone. Just FYI. So here's the thing too, when I talk about plants with like potential, you know, pest prone, it doesn't mean that they're going to get it. I just want to let people know that that is a potential pest and that's probably what they're most susceptible for in terms of pests. There are certain plants that are more susceptible to certain pests, like I would say Alocasia are definitely more susceptible to spider mites, Hedra helix for sure. But those are just a couple of plants that, to name a few, you know, susceptible pests, you know, plants that are susceptible to those types of pests. And then we have another aloe vera here for $4.97. So I would say as far as succulents and cactus, definitely go to Walmart. They have the most cost-effective cactus and succulents, and they actually have quite a bit of varieties available for anybody who likes cactus or succulents. I do like looking at them. Succulents are so cute. Like, look at how yellow this one is. And this one is for $4.97 right here. I am definitely not as versed about, you know, succulents. I did take a trip to Carmel by the Sea in California, and they were growing succulents outside their yard, and they were huge. So I definitely think in order to grow these succulents, you definitely have to have more temperamental weather, like more mild weather. You can't have like really, you know, harsh winters. They do like a lot of bright indirect light. So just FYI on that. And that's probably the reason why I haven't added succulents into my home. Callaway, this is for $4.97, and Callaway apparently are a form of succulent. So when I touch the foliage, it's actually got a rubbery succulent feel about it. But it looks like these Callaway are probably in just blooming season. I love the beautiful red crimson color of these blooms, and they're quite common, actually more common than I thought. And it's probably because I started just paying attention to it a little bit more. We can go ahead and look at this. Look at how beautiful this succulent is. It's super cute, actually. This one is for $3.97, but I will flash the plant ID there, and then look at that. Look at how beautiful it is. It looks like a miniature rose, just like the petals and whatnot. So it's really gorgeous. I would add like those types of succulents. And then here is another succulent as well, right over here. This is supposed to be some kind of Callaway as well, but I don't really see the resemblance. I think they're totally different plants. But hey, you know, I'm not an expert on succulents, so let me know if they kind of are or what they are. And then this one is a typical jade succulent right here. I actually seen a lot of these growing up just because my mom and my grandmother grew them. And we have some more beautiful succulent right over here. I love the colors. They're very faint. The only way to kill these types of succulents is basically just overwatering them. And apparently their leaves or their foliage definitely don't want to sit in water. Otherwise, they will end up like rotting. So that's just, you know, a couple of care tips I wanted to share with you as far as succulents. And then obviously here is a golden pothos or Epipremnum aureum golden. This one is for $10.97. These are hanging baskets for Garden Expert, but these are also sourced from Costa Farms. But as you guys can see, this is basically all of the house plants or tropical plants that this Walmart has. So it's a little bit disappointing, but I'm going to go and pan out. Speaking of Callaway, I happened to be at a Target and I saw these beautiful planters with Callaway. Look at how cute these French bulldog planters are. I thought they were really cute, and these Callaway are only for $10 with the planter. So I thought that was really cool. I just wanted to add that, and you can see that even big box stores like Target will carry some plants. It just really depends on the season, I suppose. Walmart definitely has more plants than Target, but look at this beautiful syngonium right over here. We've got a coffee plant right over here and another syngonium, but these are all sourced by Wild Interior. So Wild Interiors really sources out to like grocery stores and big box stores, and I thought that was really cool. So I just wanted to pan over here, and all of these assorted plants are for $12 with a really cool gray planter as well. I did just want to show you how cute these Callaway planters with the French Bulldog are. Now we're gonna go grocery plant shopping. This one is at the Trader Joe's on Lover's Lane, Dallas, Texas. I happen to be in the Lover's Lane area because I wanted to go to Nicholson Hardy, so I figured I'd drop by and see what this Trader Joe's has. Trader Joe's is really known for its orchids and also its ficus elastica or rubber tree plants, but I was told that they had some big philodendron black cardinals, and absolutely that whoever told me that is correct, and these are for $12.99. But look at how beautiful this philodendron black cardinal is. I have one from Wild Interiors that I ended up actually buying from Target for $12, and it's doing fine. But look at how beautiful this black cardinal philodendron is. I definitely like the look of it. I know it's an easy to care for plant and it's a common plant, but nonetheless I just love the dark foliage. So like when you think of black cardinal, ficus elastica burgundy, ZZ raven, just to name a few dark plants, black plants, I think those are so cool. And you know, Trader Joe's never ceases to amaze me about their plant prices, just because, you know, something like this would definitely cost a little bit more. But look at how beautiful this ficus elastica burgundy is. Look at how dark the foliage is, and this is only for $12.99. Not a bad price at all. And I'm gonna put the philodendron black cardinal right next to it. Look at how gorgeous that is. These dark plants. Now add a ZZ raven plant and you're golden. Like, I love these dark foliage plants. Absolutely stunning. They would look great in like a light plant or maybe just a solid white pot. But yeah, so if you are in the market for a ficus elastica, I would highly recommend going to Trader Joe's. I think they have the best quality ficus elastica. Like this one right here is just a regular ficus elastica or rubber tree. It might be a burgundy, but maybe it just needs more light to get that dark color. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments or in the live premiere chats. Let me know if that's what causes the ficus to be darker. And then right over here is an absolutely stunning ficus elastica ruby. I do love the ruby just because it does have that red tint to its foliage. Absolutely stunning. And I know you do, that these types of plants do require bright indirect light. They really thrive in that, and I think the variegation is really influenced by the amount of light you give it. So that one right there is a ficus elastica tiniki. I just like looking at these ficus elastica. It's like part of me wants to get one, but I know that Trader Joe's is never going to run out of ficus elastica or rubber trees. So I guess at some point when I get my space situated at home, I may end up adding, you know, a ficus ruby again or some other ficus. Well, we'll see. I also wanted to pan over here because the chrysanthemum or the Lunar New Year chrysanthemum are $5.99. But look at how pretty these are. Now, I know at grocery stores you will really see mums or chrysanthemum, but they are very beautiful. I love the yellow, just a very canary yellow looking color of the blooms. As for the folks that watch my channel, my plant foldies, let me know if you also grow flowering plants and succulents. I'm trying to feature a little bit more variety of plants, not just necessarily the plants I tend to like, but yeah, just like more succulents. And you can see that they have like succulent arrangements, mini succulents for $2.99, and then more Callaway. Like, can you believe that Callaway is just more common than you think? These are for $7.99. Love them too. I love the blooms, but I also like touching the foliage. They've got a rubbery feel about it. And then we have some Callia lilies for $8.99 right over here. Callia lilies are really nice. I prefer the leaves on the Callia lilies with like the speckles. Those I think are super cute. But as you can see, Trader Joe's definitely is a grocery store, so you will see a little bit more like floral type plants, but it's really cool that they will always have philodendron, and sometimes they'll have some more variety of house plants. They are known for their orchids, because look at these Phalaenopsis orchids right here for $10.99. Beautiful Phalaenopsis orchids. They come in different varieties, shapes, colors, all of the what you would think of. And then I do like these miniature roses in a tin for $5.99. Now I would toss the tin and put it in a better planter, but this is my favorite miniature rose from Trader Joe's, and it's the variegated one. Look at how beautiful this is. Love the blooms on that. And I'm just curious to see if, you know, miniature roses can be grown indoors long term. Has anybody done that? Or do they need to be more on like in the patio or outside in the backyard? Do people grow miniature roses actually in the landscape and let them grow? Like, do they get big? So those are all the questions I would ask, because I'm not 100% sure. All I know is Trader Joe's offers them for $5.99 and they are absolutely stunning. And then we're just going to walk over here for some more orchids. These are just a typical white Phalaenopsis orchids, but they look like they're more of like that Matsue cascading orchid. So I thought that was really cool. And they do have different varieties of orchids besides Phalaenopsis. I'm going to try to find one. Like, I think this one is definitely a different type of orchid right over here. I kind of wish they didn't have the plastic wrap, and that's another different type of orchid right here. But I do kind of wish that Trader Joe's didn't have the plastic wrap so you can really look at the foliage, kind of like Lowe's. But otherwise, this is a pretty cool little haul. Not too many plants, but we're going to go to another local nursery out in DFW. I featured Calloways on several of my videos, but this one is off of Hebron. I think this is in Carrollton, Texas. Not 100% sure about the address, but I happened to get lost and I ended up finding this Calloways. I just searched Calloways. So I've never been to this location. It's very quiet. I do like shopping in the morning because you do get that special morning sunlight. And we're just going to see. So Callaway's Nursery, there are several Callaway's nurseries in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Really, really cool local chain of plant nurseries. And you can see as we walk in, they have like a whole different room just for like plant supplies, like soil, fertilizer, pest control, and just some other things like moss poles, trellises, and whatnot. But we're gonna go walk over here and see what kind of plants they have. So most Calloways have pretty much the same plants. They just arrange them different. Some Calloways have more plants than others, but you'd be surprised about some of the plant discoveries. Like, I found certain plants that certain Calloways didn't carry or had more of an abundance. Let me know what you guys think of the Calloways plant that I would feature today. It is a beautiful Tuesday morning, and that's when it's my day off and I'm able to like film a bunch of content for y'all. Again, thank you so much to all the plant folies who continue to join my live premieres. I really want to grow our plant community. I'm trying my best to just get as many plant content for you as much as possible, and I think I am going to start adding some of my origami in between the videos. But as you can see, this one is for 30% off some type of croton. This one's got some very, very delicate looking foliage. And then I always find this, you know, I just find it interesting that crotons are really marketed as a house plant, but they really need to be in bright sunlight. And then this one right here is an Epipremnum aureum, neon pothos, in a hanging basket. That one's for $24.99. And we're just going to walk over here. This is more of the outdoor plant. On the left of us is a bunch of assorted ferns. I don't really have any ferns in my house collection, but for those who have ferns, I know that they're a little bit tricky to grow. I did want to go over here because I've been, you know, grocery plant shopping, and you can see these Riger begonia. So I am actually interested in growing some Riger begonia. Maybe I'll put them in like a planter outside at like my front patio. But look at how beautiful and stunning the colors are. They come in a different range of colors, and I just think they're absolutely stunning. Now, if I am going to add a blooming plant into my home, like indoors, I definitely want to get an indoor azalea. I was really inspired to get an indoor azalea just because I went to this local plant nursery called Nicholson Hardy. It's off of Lover's Lane, and they had a bunch of azalea just growing, and they told me that it's a specific type of azalea that can really tolerate being grown indoors. So thought that was really cool. I know I'm rambling a little bit about some other plants, but I just wanted to pan over here, and you can see, look at these beautiful hydrangeas. Like, I've tried to grow hydrangeas in Texas, and it just hasn't worked out for me. I don't know if it's just if they need really deep shade, but I do find hydrangeas beautiful. I wish I could be able to grow them in my landscape because they are absolutely stunning. Love the pink hydrangeas right here. And those are also for $24.99 in a 6-inch planter. And we're just gonna walk over here and look at some of the other plants that they have available. They've got some azaleas right here. They've got some different flowering plants. They've got some hanging baskets of ferns right over here. More flowering plants. And I thought that this flowering plant is a really cute one too. I just kind of like how it has like a bell shape about it. And this one is for $12.99. Let me know about the plant ID, what you guys think of this plant, and if this is definitely something you would just grow outdoors. And then we have some more flowering plants right over here. I love visiting Calloways. I would say I am in a Calloways at least 3 to 4 times a week, especially now that I've been trying to get some daily plant video. I know that some people were worried about me burning out, but honestly, I get more joy doing this. Sometimes I get very stressed about, you know, work and just life in general. So the process of making YouTube videos, plant videos, have really helped me cope with just some of the stresses of life. And then, you know, it's just nice to interact with you guys. So I really appreciate everybody that supported me so far. And, you know, just, you know, you're in it for the ride. You know, you guys are walking alongside with me. We're picking up plants together and we're looking at beautiful begonia like this. This Riger begonia, I swear, I didn't realize how beautiful these begonias are, especially the red one. Look at how crimson red that is. Really stunning. I'm gonna have to do my research a little bit more on the care tips of these Riger begonia. I would say if I grow one of these indoors, these definitely need to be next to a window seal. I'm sure that it needs to have a lot of bright indirect light just because it's a blooming plant and it takes a lot of photosynthesis and energy to produce a bloom. And that's why for like aroids or just houseplants, if your houseplant starts to bloom, like for instance in aglaonema, you want to snip away the bloom because it takes more energy from the plant versus it focusing on growing leaves. So just a little tip if you have aroids to snip the blooms. And then I just wanted to show you this. This is probably my favorite fern, and that is the maidenhair fern. And then we talk about these Dracaena that we will see at, you know, big box stores, but look at how large they get once they mature. So you'll find like a Costa Farms Exotic Angels lemon lime Dracaena, and it'll be in a small like 3-inch planter, but look at how large they will eventually get. You know, care tips for that. And then what is this? $34.99. That is not bad at all. Care tips for Dracaena is you just want to make sure that you can give it bright and direct light. It can tolerate lower light conditions. You can just let it dry out completely. It doesn't require a lot of light, and that's basically it. My favorite Dracaena though would be the hurricane or tornado Dracaena. If I find one, I will definitely show y'all that. And then right over here we have another Calathea macuyana. It looks like it's in the same type of size pot as you would find at Home Depot. This one is for $39.99. So Home Depot Nature's Way is $29.98. So you'll be better off going to Home Depot. And then we have some peperomia right over here. Cupid's Arrow peperomia, that's really cute. And then this one right here, even though they just watered all of these plants, this is a spathiphyllum that looks like it needed some water. So give it about an hour or two and you'll see that spathiphyllum or peace lily just perk up. And right over here, we have a bunch of magnolia trees. Being in the South, you know that you will see magnolia trees in a landscape. It's one of those like southern trees that you will often see in landscapes. And then this one might be a Dracaena hurricane, although the leaves are not twisting as much as like a Dracaena hurricane or tornado, whichever one you want to call it. But again, Dracaena, just like aglaonema, are very underrated plants. I think people look at Dracaena as kind of like an office plant, a doctor's office plant, a corporate plant, but you can put that in your home and enjoy it as well. And we have right over here some more assorted Alocasia and philodendron. So we've been seeing a lot of Alocasia Silver Dragon by Costa Farms and then other Alocasia, but look at this right over here. This one is for $14.99. This is an Alocasia Silver Dragon. I would definitely go with Costa Farms for the $19.98. You'll get a bigger Alocasia Silver Dragon, but nonetheless, it's beautiful. And then I actually like this. This is a Philodendron Summer Glory. I like the new leaf. When it unfurls, it has like a bronze tone about it. So I thought that was really cool. And it looks like it does get really large in its leaves. But look at the veination of that Philodendron Summer Glory. And this one is for $19.99 in a 6-inch pot. Not bad at all. And you know, Calloways, it's risk-free when you buy a plant because If your plant dies and you're part of the garden member, if you're a garden member, they will refund your money as long as you bring the dead plant in and you have your receipt. So you can try growing a plant. If it doesn't work, then you can always return it at any Callaway's location, which I think is really cool. And then right over here, we have another philodendron varicosum. That one is for $29.99. Really cool looking varicosum. Those were very much more, they were very expensive about 3 to 4 years ago. And then we have another philodendron summer glory right over here. It's amazing how plant prices continue to go down, which is a good thing because I feel like, you know, plants like this right over here, you know, need to be more accessible to people. This one looks like a very sun-stressed philodendron ring of fire. That's what it's labeled. And then we also have some philodendron ring of fire right here for $29.99 in a 4-inch planter. Definitely go to Walmart to get a philodendron ring of fire, or even HEB if you are a local Texas native or live in Texas, if you have HEBs, because you can get them for $24.98 in a larger planter. But I am going to pan over here and just show you all of the beautiful plants. And on this side right over here, we have some Monstera Thai Constellations. So Calloways definitely has a large source of Monstera Thai Constellations. These are in 6-inch planters for $89.99. You know, that's not a bad price if you want a developed Monstera. And it looks like Monstera Thai Constellations are becoming more and more common. So I wouldn't be surprised if eventually they end up becoming just as common in price as a regular Monstera deliciosa. Let me know in the comments if you ever feel like that the prices for Monstera Constellation are really going to plummet, or are they going to still stay within that range of like $89.99. Gosh, this is so beautiful. I just love going to Callaway's plant nursery. Like, it is amazing. I would consider like Callaway's plant nurseries like the big box of plant nurseries in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, but they have such healthy looking plants, varieties of plants, and they even have an extensive outdoor, you know, section with plants for your landscape. I just happen to, you know, showcase the indoor plants right over here. And this is another alocasia right here. This one is an alocasia black velvet. Just because it has pointier leaves. Now, if you get one that's a little bit more round and wide, that one is the ninja, which I think is cute, but I don't think I see any alocasia ninjas. So care tips for alocasia: don't overwater. Let the water, you know, the soil dry completely, soak it, and make sure that it's in high humidity and also gets a lot of bright indirect light. And then now we're gonna go over here to the next table, but do you see that little crane right there? That's really cute. I noticed there's another crane right over there. That's really cute as well. So part of my channel originally was an origami ASMR channel, and I fold paper cranes daily. So that's a little something about me, is I love doing origami, and I fold paper cranes literally every single day. Call me OCD, but I just love folding paper cranes. My goal is to actually grow origami, you know, to fold origami paper cranes and make 1 million in my lifetime. I have been folding paper cranes every day for the last 7 years. So you can only imagine how many paper cranes I have. And I usually fold them within like a 3-inch square. But anyways, let me stop rambling and talking about the plants. I just wanted you guys to know a little bit more about my other interests. You can see right over here, though, we do have some Epipremnum aureum hanging baskets. Marble queen pothos, beautiful looking marble queen pothos. These are for $24.99 in these hanging baskets. Now, if you are in a big box store and you find those hanging baskets for Costa Farms, I would definitely get them if they are just like recently unboxed. But I would highly recommend just buying a hanging basket like this at Calloways. You can also get a regular philodendron. Well, actually, this one is a jade poth or golden pothos right here, and these are all for $24.99. I ended up buying a couple of hanging baskets from Walmart and also at Rubal's. Like, look at this beautiful Epipremnum aureum neon. This one's for $16.99. It's in a 6-inch planter, and it's also starting to trail, so you can literally convert that into a hanging basket. What I love about the neon pothos, though, is just look at how vibrant the leaves are, especially in different lighting conditions. Like when it's just a morning sun, it really illuminates that yellow. And then we have a bunch of philodendron heteroraceum Brazils right over here. Really like philodendron heteroraceums. There's just different varieties. We've got just a regular heteroraceum, and then you have the Brazil, you have the Rio, you have the cream splash. white stripe. They have all sorts of different types of variegation. All I know is this. Philodendron hederaceum are absolutely gorgeous. They're beautiful trailing plants, but if you grow them up on a pole, they will also upsize in their leaves. So that's the thing about aroids, especially epiphytes. They want to cling on to something because they grow upward, and as they grow upward, their leaves start to get really large. This one's a really cool staghorn fern cradle. And then we have a Schefflera amato. I think that's how you pronounce it. That's really nice. I actually like that type of Schefflera, but look at this. Now this is a plant find for me because I've gone to several Calloways, but I have not seen full baskets of Epipremnum pinnatum Cebu Blue. And this one is a full one for $16.99. Yeah. I definitely wasn't planning on buying a plant today. It's always like whenever I go plant shopping, I'm like, I'm never going to buy a plant, or wasn't planning on it. Well, I bought a plant. I'm definitely going to pick up one of those just because I love Epipremnum pinnatum Cebu Blue. And to find one that's already trailing, I'm not sure if I want to just let it trail down a shelf or put it in a hanging basket. But for $16.99 for a full plant like that that's trailing is a steal. So I'm definitely going to get one from this Calloways today. This is actually the first time I've visited several Calloways, at least in the North McKinney area, and they don't really have Cebu Blue pothos. So that's really cool. It's just a matter of which ones I want to get. They do have a smaller one, but look at this right here for $16.99, guys. Would you buy this Epipremnum pinnatum Cebu Blue? That's absolutely stunning. Like I need this. I think everybody needs this, and you can actually make several plants out of that. Now, the thing about Cebu Blue pothos is it can tolerate lower light conditions, but if it does, it will start shooting out runners versus foliage. I actually have a sad one, I think, that got attacked by some spider mites. Some of the leaves are yellowing. I might just end up chopping it up completely and then spraying down the leaves, making sure there's no more pests, and then like propagating it. But we'll see. That's what I actually do with a lot of my plants that just need to be reset, is I end up just chopping them up. But look at this one right here. This one is for $6.99, and it's already a trailing full basket of Cebu Blue. Love that so much. If you grow it up a pole and let it mature, it will start to fenestrate. And then we just have some more of these Philodendron hederaceum Brazil. Let me know in the comments, guys, or in the live chat if you grow Philodendron hederaceum. What's your experience with it? I love them. They're easy and they grow well for me. And then look at this beautiful peace lily or spathiphyllum right over here. I really like this a lot. I do like the mint variegation it has, and this is actually only for $6.99. That is not a bad price at all for a peace lily. And that's the reason why you have to go plant shopping at either a big box store or nurseries. So for anybody who's not in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, do you guys have like a chain of nurseries in your city that you visit? Do they have cost-effective prices like Calloways? Let me know in the comments. And you know how we talk about dramatic plants and finicky plants? Well, here is an example of a calathea that needs water. Literally all the leaves have just curled up. She's not happy. She needs water. It looks like they just watered the plants this morning. So if you were to come back like maybe a couple of hours later, that calathea will perk back up and it'll look like some of these calatheas. I do like looking at the Calathea White Star. Look at the variegation of that Calathea White Star. Absolutely beautiful. I have this size one for $6.99, and then I ended up getting the larger size, which is in the far back over there, for $16.99. Not bad at all for a calathea like that. And then this is a beautiful Calathea ornata. I ended up returning it at Calloways because I ended up killing it. So I may add the Calathea ornata again. We'll see. That's the thing about calatheas. They are finicky. You have to stay on top of their watering and their humidity levels for them to really thrive. That's the only drawback with those plants. They have such beautiful foliage, but it does come with a price, just a little bit more plant care. And then you can see here, this is an Aglaonema Lady Madonna. Lady Madonna is serving us with beautiful stems. I love how white the stems are, and that's the thing about Aglaonema. They come in so many textures and varieties, but also stems, the different colors. And then we have some pitcher plants right over here. Definitely think these are super cool as well. I've thought about growing a pitcher plant. You definitely need to hang them though, just to get the full effect. Like, look at how cool that is. Do you guys grow pitcher plants as well? Let me know in the comments. I love knowing what my plant foldy community actually grows. What are your favorite plants? What do you dislike? What do you like? Let me know in the comments or in the live chats. I definitely want to continue to keep engaging with y'all. And again, we're just going to keep looking at these Calatheas right over here. Look at how beautiful this Calathea white star is. It's one of my favorite Calatheas. I would love to see a Calathea white star, like a really large one. And it's the same thing with a Calathea dotty, that purple Calathea right there. You often see at a big box store. And then right over here, we have a ficus benjamina. Right over there, it looks like a full-blown tree. And then what else do we have here? We have some more spathiphyllum right over here. This is really lovely, and this is for $6.99. Not bad at all for a plant that can tolerate very low light conditions. Like you can literally put a spathiphyllum or peace lily in your bathroom and it will still grow. It will not die and not get really leggy either. So that's one of those plants that can really tolerate very extreme low light conditions for some reason. And then obviously we're going to look at syngoniums and some more ficus elastica right over here. This one is a ficus elastica ruby. Beautiful looking ficus elastica. Again, though, I would tell you Trader Joe's would be the better deal in terms of ficus elastica. I mean, these are still beautiful plants, but if you're looking for a price, you definitely want to go there. And then I've been looking at this syngonium for a while. This one is for $29.99. It's a little bit more expensive, but if you end up finding the 3.5-foot planter, you can get one for $6.99. And so I feel like there's a big stark price difference between the 6-inch planter and the 3-inch planter. I love syngoniums. They used to be my #1 plant. They might still be, it depends. It's just I've been dealing with some pests with them. Like this one's the 4-inch one for $6.99. Just they've been literally spider mite prone for me as of late. Before I used to have a mealybug infestation problem, and now it's spider mites. We were running the heater just because it was very, very cold. We ended up having some like freezing going on in North Dallas, and so maybe the extra heat might have like created an environment for spider mites, but they've got to go away. But look at how beautiful that syngonium is. Nonetheless, I love the red veinations of it. The pink one as well is really pretty. And syngoniums are very easy to take care of. I will say though, as a precaution to stay on top of it and just make sure that you're examining the plant. So if it's starting to get yellowing, then you might want to see the under leaves to see if there's like spider mites and just treat it with neem oil. And then we do have some really nice looking polka dot plants right over here. Polka dot plants are beautiful, but they are a little bit tricky because their soil needs to stay moist, but you can't overwater them either. Otherwise, their leaves start to brown. And then we'll just kind of look at more at these syngoniums right here. I wish I knew the plant IDs, and you can see this one is super root bound. Yeah, this one's gonna definitely need to be repotted if somebody buys it, but look at how beautiful that is. I'm gonna think that it's some type of like syngonium illusion. I just don't know which one it is. And then this one right here would be like a syngonium go glow. I don't think it's a syngonium white butterfly. I have one in the 4-inch planter I bought from Calloways. I'm thinking about returning it though, because it's starting to look a little bit ratty. We'll see though. I love how lush and full it is. And then I did want to show you this as well. Look at how beautiful the veins of this leaf are. I do like syngonium to have a rounder, wider leaf shape versus more of like an arrow head shape. And that one is one that fits the bill. But let me know what you guys think about syngoniums. Do you grow syngoniums? What's your rarest type of syngonium? I would say my favorite syngonium is a syngonium tricolor red spot. I'll have to feature that at some point. And then these are the beautiful ficus elastica altissima tree form. And then we have some ficus elastica burgundy. Love that dark foliage, and you can see how they style the plants. Hanging baskets give you a different type of element in terms of just viewing the plant. So I would like to add more. I just have to be very like intentional on where I put my hanging baskets. I am really trying not to clutter up my space or my home, but as I continue to go on these big box tours, I'm just accumulating so many plants. I'm gonna have to get rid of some for sure. But look how beautiful that bird's nest Sansevieria is. This is one of my favorite Sansevieria. That's the moonshine one. Also that Sansevieria whale fin, super cool as well. I actually have a whale fin that has like created so many pups. It actually grows in one of my kitchen cabinet, on top of one of my kitchen cabinets, and it's been doing very well. I think the easiest Sansevieria would be like the Sansevieria starfish, just FYI. And then you can see we have some Raven ZZs right here for $29.99. I ended up getting some Raven ZZs, 2 of them on clearance at Walmart for $7 a piece. So I definitely had to take that home and take advantage of that. I know that they would be a very easy to care for plant. And then we have some zebra plants right here. We've got a ficus ginseng right over there. A ponytail palm. We've got some anthuriums right over here. And then we're gonna look at this. So Calloways has a bunch of leaf joy. So they have different kinds of like collections of plants. And I thought that was really interesting that Calloways has its own little poster for like proven winners plants. I do like proven winner plants. My favorite that I've gotten so far this year at a big box store would be my philodendron mayoi. And then right over here in this little dark corner are a bunch of assorted aglaonema, and then we have some larger ZZ plants, but aglaonema happen to be my favorite plant so far. I like how easy to care for they are, and then just the foliage. Look at how beautiful that pink foliage is. These are for $12.99. I ended up collecting a couple of interesting ones that you typically don't see. These are more of the typical aglaonema you see. Like this one over here is one that has pink veinations and stem. That's really cool. And then we have some more of these like really pink ones as well. Not really sure which one this is. I wish I would know the plant ID, but you know, aglaonema look very similar. It's just very minute details that separate them. But like this one right here is another one that I have. I just don't know the plant ID. So if anybody can give me the plant ID, that would be awesome. This one doesn't need a plant ID. This one is obviously that aglaonema red siam. And then we have an aglaonema silverado right here. We've got another aglaonema right there. That's the Juliet. And this one is the silverado for $16.99. But look at how large that plant is. Really, really cool looking aglaonema. Absolutely stunning. And this one right here is the aglaonema. I would say it's the Juliet, but I think it might actually be the Romeo. I would need to see both of them side by side. Now, when I went to visit my friend Garen at Plant Keeper Incorporated, they actually had a aglaonema Juliet, which is the more like narrow type leaves, and then they had an aglaonema Romeo, which is a little bit wider in the leaf form, but they still had the same green on green variegation. But yeah, so I just think everybody, if you don't have an aglaonema, why would you not take one of these plants into your home? They are stunning. I always say it, and I hope that we can continue to grow aglaonema together. And that's the thing about the plant foldies community. So you know how I'm doing the Hedra Helix challenge? If you have a Hedra Helix that you're growing indoors, please make sure to add me on Instagram, tag me at GrowFolds, and use the hashtag Hedra Helix challenge, hashtag GrowFolds. I would love to see our community grow on IG as well. And right over here, we have some African violets. I did want to pan over here and show you this crane. I thought this crane was really, really cute. Like I said, again, I do origami on a daily basis. So I'm going to just show you a quick one of this. This is a little commercial break where I am folding an origami paper crane. I will try to do this in under a minute or about a minute. And as you can see, I am folding this square piece of origami paper, Sakura Blossom origami paper. I can do a how-to tutorial with vocals. I know that I have a bunch of ASMR origami paper crane how-to videos. It really is more of just like the paper folding and the ASMR on that. But you can also see my Hedra Helix right over here. This is the current state of my Hedra Helix as of today, and it's still looking really nice. You can see on the far right, there is a new growth point coming out and a new leaf about to come out. But as you can see, this is a very therapeutic thing for me to fold paper cranes. They say that in Japan, if you fold 1,000 paper cranes, you get a wish. It's also called a senbasuru. So that's really cool. In Japan, they call a crane suru. So I think that's really cool. And I hope that someday I'll be able to fold 1 million. Wish me luck. And there you go. Now back to the regular plant nursery tour. I will add some origami paper crane folding in between my my videos. So I hope you guys don't like just stop watching. I just like adding that because that was really my original content on my channel. That's where you get the, that's where I get the title Grow Folds. Grow was more about the plants, and then fold is like the origami portion. I did want to show you again how beautiful these pink hydrangea are. And now with hydrangea, they definitely need more acidic soil. They can grow year round in certain areas, but they do end up not doing very well in very harsh winter conditions. They do like to have a little bit cooler weather as well. So it's just really interesting the different types of environments. Hydrangea would be, I know some people grow hydrangeas indoors. I think long term they wouldn't do well. And then this is really cool. This is some type of string. I don't know if this is like some type of string of bananas that's sun stressed, or if that's really the burgundy color. And then we have a whole bunch of beautiful hanging baskets of string of turtles right over here. But I thought that this was really cool. Look at this. Does anybody know what this plant ID is? And then we obviously have a bunch more string of turtles hanging baskets right here. I think those are really cool. I would consider growing one, and these are for $19.99. Super cute. I do love hanging basket plants. It's just a matter of whether, I can actually put more hooks up on my ceiling. We'll see. I definitely haven't drilled any holes in my ceiling. I do use command strip type hooks that can hold up to 33 pounds. And my Hoya Carnosa Crimson Princess growing in my kitchen, near my kitchen window ceiling, is still doing well. It hasn't fallen yet, so we'll see. But Callaway's Nursery, I'm actually curious to see how many locations of Callaway's Nursery exist, but I have been to several so far, and I will continue to go to different Callaway's nurseries, just because they have all of these, plants, and you've only seen the indoor plants. Wait till you see the outdoor plants. They have a wide range of Japanese maples, and different types of shrubs for your landscape. We just passed by a bunch of those staghorn ferns. I did want to show you again this neon pothos right over here in a hanging basket. Love that plant. Although I did put a poll up there asking if you like the philodendron hederaceum lemon lime or the epipremnum aureum neon pothos. I am leaning toward more of the philodendron lemon lime, hederaceum lemon lime, the heart-shaped philodendron, just because it just has a nice shape to its color, to its foliage. So yeah, I did want to show you this as well. I found this plant for $6.99. I do like the texture of the foliage. I thought it was super cute as well, and it's very much lush and green. So looking at green plants, even if they're not variegated, I mean, there's a sense of like calm that you get, or at least for me, plants make me happy, and I hope they make you happy as well. Just like this Thai constellation makes me happy. I don't have this type of constellation, my Monstera Thai Constellation anymore. Mine is super fenestrated. It is about 4 or 5 feet tall, and I don't have any more juvenile leaves like that. I've been growing it for about 3 years now, 3 or 4 years. But look at how beautiful these are. I might end up getting a Monstera Thai Constellation, like a juvenile version like this. It just depends on the variegation and the price. I feel like I can get a better price than $89.99 though. I mean, no shade to Calloways. I think these are healthy looking plants, and I'm just really happy they're more accessible. And then here's another crane, or what you would call suru in Japan. So those are what I make in as far as like origami. So anyways, this one is another Monstera deliciosa, just a green form in an 8-inch pot for $34.99. Not bad at all. There is a little bit of leaf damage on that one leaf, but you can see, I don't know, just Calloways is just very relaxing. I know I do a lot of big box shopping videos, and I'm hoping that you guys have stuck around to at least look at this nursery, just because plant nurseries will just show you what kind of plants are available, and it will also see whether a plant nursery is overpriced. And sometimes I feel like big box stores are overpriced. You can actually get better pricing from a local nursery like Calloways. Like I would tell you, these epipremnum aureum or these pothos, $16.99 for this beautiful marble queen pothos. It's better than maybe in Exotic Angels, Costa Farms, pothos for like $5.98. You get a larger size plant. I mean, to each his own. I love Costa Farms. I'm not saying anything negative. It's just that you just have to compare your prices. Like for instance, this one right here, look at how beautiful this philodendron cordatum is right here. Look how gorgeous that is. Even if it's just a green one for $16.99, that is a lush plant. And obviously the Cebu blue pothos, or epipremnum pinnatum Cebu blue, look at how gorgeous and it is, and like it's already trailing. So I'm definitely gonna add that to my collection. So I don't know. Let me know what you think about Cebu Blue. Have you been able to actually let it fenestrate and grow up a pole? I've only really seen the juvenile forms of it, but yeah, these are just absolutely stunning. I'm hoping you're enjoying this Callaway's nursery tour. I just like walking around and showing y'all. And then here's another crane right here. I might actually get one of these cranes. I think they're $99 to put in my like landscape in the back for my Japanese garden. We'll see. But you can see that going plant shopping early in the morning, there aren't a lot of people, which makes it much easier for me to blog. It's really exciting to see a lot of people really catching up to my videos. I've been told that some people have binge watched them. So that just is very flattering for me because you spend an entire hour or so listening to me just ramble about plants. But if you're learning something, if you're gaining some type of entertainment, if you're getting some relaxation, then that's all that matters for me. And this is a beautiful crane again. I actually might end up getting this someday. I love that decoration. It'd be really cool. And we're about to finish off this video, but I did want to show you some cyclamen. So I've been on that cyclamen phase where since I've been going to grocery stores, I've been seeing a lot of cyclamen, and I actually appreciate it. I thought they were kind of just like jarring in their color, but look at how beautiful the blooms are, but also the leaves. They remind me of like begonia leaves almost. But I love how Calloways has them like in different, they basically have them in different sections. So like look at all the white cyclamen, and then we have some red cyclamen and then some other blooming plants. I've been told by other plant foldies in a community that they are difficult to grow long term, especially indoors. But then they are also difficult to grow outdoors once the weather starts to get hot. So are they more of an annual plant? Are they perennial? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to learn more from y'all as well. And then we have some hanging baskets of Christmas cactus. Again, if you're going to buy Christmas cactus, definitely buy Christmas Eve if you're out and about, or the day after Christmas. You'll get them for 50% off at big box stores. I do think they're really cool, and it looks like some of the lilies are about to start blooming. I love these blooming plants right here. I don't know, those are Calaway again, and some more Christmas cactus. I do think this is really cute though, how some of it got sun stressed, and then this one's for $2.99 for a small Christmas cactus. So I think that that's really cool. I love Christmas cactus as well. I've known some people who have had Christmas cactus for years and they've keep blooming. So I thought that was really interesting. I might actually add one to my house collection among many other plants. I just need to get my space at home right, just because I have so many plants just like lying around, and now I can't really enjoy them because they're so cluttered. So we'll see. And then now we have some more Alyssum blooming hanging baskets. Those are really cool. And what else do we have here? We've got some camellia. Love camellia as well. That's another shrub that I would want to grow. I have some azalea, some Satsuki azalea that has grown in the ground for me in my backyard for about a year now. So I'm happy about that. I feel like their roots are established. But look at how cool these spider plants are, guys. Like this one is for $29.99, but you will get a highly established spider plant with several babies. Look at that. Now, I don't think this is the Hawaiian one, but look at how cool this spider plant is next to this crane right over here. Really, really cool. You can, snip a couple of those babies. Actually, you can snip a lot of those babies and have several spider plants. I think that having the babies like that, though, are super cool. It reminds me of that spider plant that YouTuber David Morales got when he was out big boxing. I actually tagged him on an Instagram post showing these spider plants because I thought of him. There's certain YouTube plant bloggers that I actually think of whenever I go out and shop for plants. So you might end up getting a tag if I see one of the plants that just remind me of you on Instagram. But as you can see, those are really cool spider plants. Let me know what you think in the comments. And then plant foldies, I know that this video is about to end. As always, I appreciate you guys for always tuning into my plant premieres. I will have so much more content available for you aside from just big box plant shopping, local nursery tours. I eventually will start showing you some tutorials, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.